What?
Here's a little piece I had to cut out of a recent car review because it was just a little bit too off topic.
I will never shake your hand.
Nonetheless, I wanted to share it with you, particularly if you're not from Australia and you're wondering why our take-up of electric vehicles is so slow. I hope you enjoy it. Can I just say that I hope I always have a car to drive on the weekend, perhaps, that sounds something like this. Okay, so let's talk about electric vehicles in Australia. We're not just talking about driving Taycans here. The world is ready for affordable, modest performance, long-range EVs for the family. Go to work, shopping, even holidays. And they're here now. Well, not here in Australia much. The Australian government says it supports EVs. So why is take-up in Australia so low? Less than 1% of new car sales, when some other countries are over 50%. Number one, because the guys that really choose who's in government, the petrochemical and mining donors, don't like EVs. Like this guy, and this chick, and this guy.
This is coal. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. It's coal.
And just what would happen to the $11 billion a year we're paying in fuel excise? So no wonder we're getting mixed messages about electric vehicles. And that's scaring off the car manufacturers, who have no incentive to bring their dozens of cool cars here yet.
We don't have a problem with electric vehicles, and I'll tell you what, it's not going to tow your trailer, it's not going to tow your boat, it's not going to get you out to your favourite camping spot with your family, where you've got Australians who love being out there in their four-wheel drives. He wants to say, see you later to the SUV.
And this absolute clown who wants to pass legislation so he can take money in the Clean Air Finance Corporation to build a coal-fired power station in his electorate using the argument that money should be, quote, technology neutral. What a bindoof. And this nutjob who insists there is no link between climate change and increasing temperatures, drought or bushfires. Listen to this muppet who speaks openly at anti-renewable rallies about the evils of wind farms, so they made him Minister for Energy and Emissions Reductions. Makes sense? These are the politicians we have. So rather than creating incentives to move to EVs, reduced emissions, cleaner air, better health, reducing our fuel dependence on other countries, and building up a whole new industries in solar and manufacturing to replace companies they've allowed to get destroyed, like Holden, they want to come up with new ways to tax you for owning an EV. Their argument goes a bit like this. Oh what, you want to drive an EV? That's fantastic. But that means you won't be paying 42 cents a litre in fuel excise anymore. Mate, this is a fair income country, and that's just not fair to petrol car drivers. You need to be taxed 2.5 cents per kilometre driven. It's rather like saying, what, you've given up playing the pokies? You'll need to pay a non-gambler's tax. And you've given up the smokes as well so you can live longer? Don't you realise the burden that places on society? F me drunk. You need to pay a non-smoker's levy. Having paid out on the government for its confused lack of strategy on EVs, I have to say that both private companies and the government are rapidly adding ultra-fast charging sites on major routes all around the country for all electric vehicles. Make no mistake, EVs are coming. Okay, rant's finished now. Back to the car reviews. Sorry about that.